Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games. Today I'm playing Monster Train. This time on Monster Train, I'm very much hoping to win with the last clan combination I've never won with. That would be Hellhorned Stygian. Let's look at what our next expert challenge is. Dangerous Minds. All your units count as all subtypes, and you'll double your drafts, but the enemy units have haste, so you better get the most out of it. Okay, so all of the enemy units skip the second floor. That includes bosses, it seems. It seems like that includes bosses. Everything counts as an imp, which is pretty interesting for the Hellhorned. And each time you draft a card, you gain a second copy. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this one at all. But the Hellhorn seems like a pretty good clan to do it with because everything counts as an imp. Alright, well, Dangerous Minds. So, we are going to be playing as the primary Hellhorned. I don't know that the Shardtail Queen would be any better, even though imps are good. I don't think that the Shardtail Queen gets better because she gives you imps. She doesn't actually make your imps better. So we're going to be going with the primary champion and Torch. With the exiled Stygian Guard, the Foregone Power, we have done exactly this combination, primary Hellhorned exiled Stygian, once before, or maybe more than once, but we died to the Last Divinity on Covenant 25. So we came very close to winning. Let's see if we can do it this time. Not sure. I'm not sure about the haste that enemies have, especially bosses having haste. That seems scary. I do really like seeing Hornbreak. I don't mind seeing Offering Token. Offering Token, like having 2 Offering Tokens immediately, means that any Offering cards are worth it. The March of Shields is also a pretty good spell. I really like all 3 of these starting spells. And we're fighting Seraph the Diligent yet again. Yet again, Seraph the Diligent. Well, I at least know what's coming with Seraph the Diligent. Fell the Wings of Light adds Scourge cards to my hand and deck. Talos the Architect has Protective Sin. I'm thinking about the Last Divinity too, because the Last Divinity is the worst on the top and bottom floors, and those are the only 2 floors that the enemies go to. Oh, how weird. Alright, we're gonna have to find some way to handle this, and I don't really know how that's gonna work. Enemy units having haste is such a big deal. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. Start with this artifact. When a card with Consume is played, we deal 30 damage. That doesn't seem great. It's at least not very good right now. Blights and Scourges costing 0 is helpful, but is it more helpful than Hammered Chestplates, where friendly units get +5 health? Hammered Chestplates is just generally pretty decent. It's not amazing, but it's generally pretty decent. So I think I'm leaning towards Hammered Chestplates. This tells me nothing so far. Let's hope that this artifact is a little bit better. So the Resonant Shard tends to be good with the Hellhorned. The Split Anvil tends to be really nice. Doesn't work with what we have so far. Do we take Resonant Shard because it's good with the Hellhorned, or do we take Split Anvil because it's good generally? I really like Split Anvil. I think I'm going to take Split Anvil over Resonant Shard. And that tells me nothing, so let's upgrade our champion. I tend to like the Brawler, but maybe just having more general attack on the Hornbreaker Prince with Wrathful is better. The slay trigger I don't know that we care about. The revenge trigger is fine. I don't really like either of these. I don't think I like any of the Hornbreaker Prince upgrades. Let's take Wrathful, though. And we're going into the first battle with not the best so far. The unit draft, you know, unit drafts are doubled, right? Each time you draft a card. Oh, whoa, never mind. I thought this was only for unit drafts. This is for any card. We get 2 copies of any card that we draft. That includes units. How weird. So the Hornbreaks work pretty well, even if they have 10 armor, but the fact that they all skip the second floor is kind of bad. I don't know, I'm gonna turn this on. We might take some damage here, especially because they all have haste. So, the Hornbreak killing the big one that does double damage is very good for us. The Hornbreaker Prince should probably go at the top. I don't really care about the Train Steward, but I don't know that I care to play Offering Token and discard the Train Steward. Actually, that might be a good idea because more Hornbreaks would be better. If we're going to do that, we should probably start there. So, Offering Token, let me think about what we're doing. Alright, yeah, we're discarding... We could discard the Foregone Power. I think a Train Steward is better than Foregone Power. Okay. Hornbreaker Prince at the top, with a Train Steward in front. Hornbreak kills this one and one of the other ones. Alright, and then one of these is going to make it to the top. But I think we kill the other one. We do kill the other one. The torches are really bad. 2 Foregone Powers kills the front one. So let's play a Foregone Power first, so that it most likely discards a torch. Alright, great. I think I'm going to torch the Collector. Get some gold. And then torch and Foregone Power. I can't see a reason why hitting one of them is better than another one. Would we come up with a reason? I don't know that there's one that's better than the other. Let's hit this one. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but at least we kill that front one. Alright, we take 1 damage against the Pyre. We're going to take more of those. We're probably going to take 3 more damage against the Pyre this turn. You get rage when you get hit. But I think I value your health more than your rage right now. So I don't want to March of Shields you, necessarily. I'd rather this Train Steward die. Alright, let's start with Offering Token. So we've got 2 Train Stewards. 2 Train Stewards, a March of Shields, and a Foregone Power. The Foregone Power doesn't do anything, because we're killing that front one anyway. So let's just March of Shields you. Do we want you to survive? If we don't, we March of Shields the Hornbreaker Prince. I guess we want you to survive. So March of Shields you, and then we'll play the 2 Train Stewards at the bottom, where they might actually do something. Then we're taking 3 more damage against the Pyre. I don't mind taking 4 damage in the Pyre to take the trial in the first one, but I really want it to be only 4. And that happens if we Foregone Power the front one there. Who do we hit other than that front one? I guess let's torch the boss a little bit. This Train Steward we just kind of don't want. We could play it in the center to get rid of it, because we're not going to be able to play it. So let's put it in the center. Just get rid of it out of the deck. Torch the boss again, Foregone Power the front one so that it dies. Okay. And then let's see how we do at the top. I'm not really sure how that's going to go. And we did verify that the bosses do get haste. I expected that, but still. And if we play the Weight of Contrition, we don't take any damage, so let's win. We win the first one. Only taking 4 damage, no problem so far. And we got a trial that will give us 2 copies of a unit draft. I don't know if I want 2 Molting Imps. 2 Molting Imps is pretty weird. The Inferno works really well with Split Anvil, but it doesn't work very well with the fact that we don't have a good floor to play it on, except perhaps the bottom. But I guess the bottom floor is a fine place to play Inferno if we're only playing units at the top. But Inferno is really bad if there's no units on the bottom floor. I'm gonna take Inferno, though. 2 Infernos. We could take 2 Ice Tornadoes. Flash Freeze, so Frostbite is worse than it normally is because everything has haste. I don't think we want 2 more offering tokens. I will take Ice Tornado. Then we could take 2 Demon Fiends. Not really what we want. The other 2 are not great. Do we want 2 Demon Fiends? I don't particularly want 2. But do I want... I mean, I do want a sweep unit. But I want a sweep unit with more attack. I can make that happen. Oh man. I'm gonna take Cold Celia. So we're gonna take Cold Celia. Perhaps it was better to take Demon Fiend, but we're taking Cold Celia. 2 Cold Celias. How interesting. I do want the Merchant of Steel. I think that... I do want the Merchant of Steel. We've got 2 Cold Celias that we could upgrade. And a Hellhorned unit banner. I don't know if that's preferable or not to a Stygian unit banner. The Stygian unit banners have Incant, which might be good for a deck that has 2 copies of Offering Token. But I'm not sure that it does. So let's go left. Let's look in the Divine Temple. Value Stone is pretty decent. I'd probably put it on an Ice Tornado over an Inferno. Purge Stone, never really want to get those. Purge Stone is worse. Well, I guess it gets rid of starter cards just fine. Frenzy Stone. So Frenzy Stone is nice on Cold Celia. Frenzy Stone is nice on Cold Celia. Because of the sweep. We could add a Strength Stone to her. Do we really want to put Cold Celia at the top, though? Because that's what I'm kind of indicating, that we would put Cold Celia at the top if we took a Frenzy Stone on her. And a Strength Stone, we'd put her on top behind our champion. If she had Quick, it would be fine. But we can't really get Quick with the Hellhorned. I think that's an Awoken thing. Don't really know what I'm going to do here. Let's think about it while we grab our Hellhorned unit. So the Horned Warrior gives something fragile if you put it on it. What if we put Cold Celia on it? Cold Celia gets +10 and Strike, apply Frostbite, but it doesn't get the sweep. We really want the sweep. On the other hand, the Rail Beater, if we sacrifice a Rail Beater, adds armor 30. Or we could just have a Rail Beater that can go in front of a Cold Celia, maybe. I'm gonna take a Rail Beater. I'm worried about this already. Alright, so I do think we want a Frenzy Stone on a Cold Celia. The next question is, do I take a Strength Stone or do I hold out for something like a Large Stone? I think we take a Strength Stone. Put it on that Cold Celia. So this Cold Celia, if we can put something in front of her, she can just wipe out entire floors. At the current level. Not in the future, but at the current level she can. And I do think I take a Value Stone, and I put it on an Ice Tornado. Okay, let's leave. I don't think that we got a whole lot better there, but I'm thinking. Retribution would be terrible with the Cold Celia that we got, but it might be okay with Hornbreaker Prince, because the Revenge Rage 2. It's also kind of fine with Inferno being one of the things that we do. Let's turn it on. We've got some big spells now. So we drew a lot of things. Let's see here. If we do Cold Celia at the bottom, this is a Cold Celia that does not have multi-stripe. So if we put her at the bottom, she just adds Frostbite to those guys. But we could put the Rail Beater in front of her. Kind of like that overall. Overall, I kind of like that. So let's do Rail Beater and Cold Celia. This Cold Celia, we're okay if it dies. You get no damage. Why is that? Why do you get 5 and you get 0? Wait a minute. Because this Cold Celia should attack all enemy units and apply Frostbite. Something's up. What's up? Oh, you're healing them. Right. Right. The fact that you're healing them is annoying. Let's put our Hornbreaker Prince at the top. Let's put a torch on the Trusted Priest. It will make you deal more damage, but let's get rid of the spell shield on the Trusted Priest. If we hit anything else other than the Overcharged Apprentice, then it just heals up. I don't know. Okay, we do have a Hornbreak, and a Rail Beater to save my Hornbreaker Prince from just dying. We don't have much in terms of Ember. So the Rail Beater goes here, save my Hornbreaker Prince. We should kill the Discipled Foot Soldier with the Hornbreak. I'm tempted to kill the Trusted Priest because of the piercing, but if I kill the Trusted Priest, then the Discipled Foot Soldier makes it to the top. And the Priest would deal only 5 damage to the Pyre, where this one does 18. Oh, plus the 3. Plus the 3 on both of them. We can only play Hornbreak and Foregone Power. So yeah, let's Hornbreak here. Would love to have killed the Collector, but we didn't get to. Let's Frostbite you a little bit. So we're taking 8 damage on the Pyre, right here. That's painful. Okay, our big Cold Celia. This one didn't die. We could torch her, though. I don't mind torching my own Cold Celia. Torch you. Add a better Cold Celia. And then Offering Token gets us closer to another Ice Tornado. I guess we don't want to play that one. Alright. Now then, we can play Ice Tornado. That should help a lot. That will also make the torch free. Oh no, it doesn't. It does, because we did get Split Anvil, right. For a second there, I thought we did not get Split Anvil. Do I want to kill the back one? It's tempting, because Foregone Power on the front one? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, pretty nice. Pretty nice at the beginning. And then we should easily win at the top. We do. We could win with an Inferno. Let's do it. Kill everything. We drew the Infernos at the end. I do like Ritual of Battle. I do think that Ritual of Battle is really nice, especially when we've got sweep units. So let's take a Ritual of Battle. More Ice Tornadoes. We could take Mollusk Mage. Mollusk Mage is not a terrible thing to sacrifice to other things. And if we're going very heavy on magic, which is kind of what we're doing so far, we've got Hornbreaks. I mean, the Infernos kind of don't count because they would kill whatever we had there. I don't know if we want Mollusk Mage, especially two of them. But we could sacrifice Mollusk Mage to something else. To something like a Rail Beater. I'm going to take it. That's more units in the deck. We really want things that sacrifice. We want the Imp cards. We want the Imp spells in particular. And I think we want to go to the right, see another unit, and see an artifact. Peek in the Divine Temple first. What do we have? Another Value Stone, another Purge Stone. Don't think we take a second Value Stone. Not sure if we engage Pact already or not, but we might. Let's take a Stygian unit banner next. So the Titan Sentry is interesting. It could go at the bottom, and we could sacrifice something to it to give it more health. Sure, I'll take a Titan Sentry. I kind of want the things at the bottom to die relatively fast, though. That's one of the things I actually do want. Advanced Prototype. Make our Steward units better. I actually really like Forever Flame, but maybe the Train Stewards being really strong might be good. Maybe. It's a little bit weird to go heavy on Train Stewards. Oh, wait a minute. It says Steward units. All units are Steward units. Oh, Advanced Prototype is amazing. Let's take it. Oh, man. Advanced Prototype is amazing with Hive Mind. All right. Well, that feels cool. Our units just got a lot better. Rail Spikes. Okay. We could get the Awoken Rail Spike to draw lots of cards. We could get the Waxen Spike, which adds burnout to friendly units. Seems bad. Stygian Guard, which does sap and frostbite. I think I really like the Awoken, and I don't really like the other two. So let's take the Awoken's Rail Spike. Okay. Divine Temple. Are we going to do Engage Pact yet? Let's do it. So, we Engage Pact Sacrificing what? What do we sacrifice? I mean, obviously we don't want the Train Stewards, but the Train Stewards, the unit essence is not that special. It might be better to remove something else. Especially the Mollusk Mages. The Mollusk Mages are the ones that we most want to sacrifice. So if we sacrifice a Mollusk Mage to something, what is the something? I think it's probably Titan Sentry. Alright, so we're sacrificing a Mollusk Mage and putting that on a Titan Sentry. So one of these Titan Sentries is going to become strong. We do need to visit a Merchant of Steel to make it as strong as I want to make it. Okay, Talos the Architect. We are at threat level extreme. Units get pushed back, which is interesting, especially with the units we have. So we probably want you to push back my Hornbreaker Prince at the very beginning, and then have the Titan Sentry be in the front for the rest of the time. And then of course we want to play Inferno. We can't do all of those things. Playing Inferno at the bottom seems really nice, but the Hornbreaker Prince does a lot of damage. Huh. What do we want? This is honestly a hard choice. Because we could just play the Hornbreaker Prince and play Inferno. Or we could play both the Titan Sentry and the Hornbreaker Prince, which is also good. I think we play Hornbreaker Prince and Inferno. Hornbreaker Prince, Inferno down here. Kill everything. And then Foregone Power at the top to put some Frostbite on you. Okay. So now we could put this Titan Sentry at the top, which is the better Titan Sentry. Unfortunately, that would mean we're Ember Drain again next turn. But still, I think that's good. I think we do want to play the Foregone Power at the bottom. Do we play a Train Steward in the center, just to get rid of it, and deal a little bit of damage to Talos the Architect, while she happens to be in the center? Or do we play our Rail Beater, because the Rail Beater is actually good? I think we play the Rail Beater, because the Rail Beater is actually good. Okay, Rail Beater. Foregone Power in the center. Yeah, let's add more Frostbite to the boss. And I think that our Hornbreaker Prince gets 2 slays here, right? Oh, actually, you do 10 times 2? Not 5 times 2. Okay. So, the Hornbreaker Prince only gets 1 slay. This is not the best of the Cold Celias, but we could still play it. We drew an Inferno at an unfortunate time. The Foregone Power would kill the front one. Okay. Let's play a Cold Celia, which would also kill the front one. You know, that's fine. Also applies more Frostbite to the boss, which is kind of neat. And I think we torch the boss as well. Or we play a Train Steward in the center. I think playing the Train Steward in the center is actually better. Because the torch we're going to draw again. And 2 damage is very insignificant. Whereas the Train Steward in the center, we never have to draw it again. Probably should have put Cold Celia in the front, because we knew that we were going to have her pushed back. Oh well. We could put this Cold Celia in the center. It's our best Cold Celia. And we would be kind of losing it in the center. But at the same time, just doing the 48 damage this turn is pretty nice, and it's not like we're going to fit it somewhere else later. Let's do it. And we want you to be in front. Doesn't matter, because nothing's going to come into the center. And then here, we would prefer for... Actually, we don't really care what's happening here, do we? Do we just horn break the boss? Let's foregone power the boss. Discarded Ice Tornado. The worst possible discard. We could horn break the front one, which means that you deal a lot more damage. Let's do that. Okay. I think we're very easily winning this fight. There is a Mollusk Mage that we can actually fit somewhere. Interesting. March of Shields could reorder our units if we care. I don't think we care. Do we play the Mollusk Mage at the top? I don't think so, because I'd rather not get Ember Drain next turn. So let's put the Mollusk Mage here. That kills all of those. March of Shields you. Offering token to draw something better than a torch. You know, we didn't get something better than a torch. Okay, and then we should win pretty easily. The Ritual of Battle on the Mollusk Mage might do it. Yep, alright. We also made all of those free, but we don't need to play them. Okay, getting the advanced prototype was extremely significant. Now I just need to figure out what units I actually want in the deck, because we've got a lot in the deck, and that's probably not what we want. The Transcend Imp. So we haven't gotten a single summon effect, so the Transcend Imp is not useful. The Hoarfrost Effigy is good except in the Last Divinity fight, where it is pretty bad. I still think we take it. Do we want something here? So honestly, we want the Demon Fiend, but we can't afford to play the Demon Fiend. It's just that we want it. We want it anyway. The Alpha Fiend is like a small Demon Fiend that gets a little bit bigger after strikes. But we really do want the Demon Fiend. I just don't really like the fact that we'll probably have a really hard time playing Demon Fiend with no Ember. With, 4 Ember if we take Fell's Remorse. Maybe we do take Alpha Fiend? Alpha Fiend is an excellent thing to sacrifice to a sweep unit. Ooh, let's do that. And then I kind of think Light of Seraph is the right choice, but also Fell's Remorse and Herzl's Compound are good choices. I'm going to choose Light of Seraph, because every time we take a unit, and I've taken a few units, we get 2. Let's definitely visit an Unstable Vortex. We need to remove the Train Stewards in the deck. I probably don't want this Hellhorned unit. Let's see what it is. I mean, of course I want Demon Fiend, but I don't think I want the others. Let's skip. Upgrade the champion? Okay, so we could go down more Wrathful, or we could get Reaper. Reaper adds a Slay that adds attack, whereas Wrathful adds more armor and rage. Rage only on revenge. I much prefer Reaper, I think. Let's take Reaper. Okay. Now then, I want the artifact next, but I want to see what's in the Merchant of Magic first. A spell could gain permafrost. There's an excellent spell for that. So Ashes of the Fallen would have been great if we got summon effects, but we didn't. Tempered Talisman is pretty solid. And Guild Marker is also pretty solid. Kind of want to take Guild Marker. The Tempered Talisman helps the Ice Tornado, the Hornbreaks, and the Infernos, but it only helps a little bit. Let's take Guild Marker. And then remove 2 Train Stewards. This is a very easy choice. Remove the Train Stewards. We want the torches more than the Train Stewards, and that's saying something, because the torches are bad. In fact, let's put a Surge Stone on a torch. Surge Stone on a torch. Get the torch out faster. And then Freeze Stone, I really want to put that... I mean, there's 2 good options. Hoarfrost Effigy or Inferno are both very good for a Freeze Stone. The Inferno is where I want the Freeze Stone. So let's do that. And then Emberstone is very valuable when we've got Split Anvil. Make one of these 3s cost 2, and that means that we'll be able to play it more often. Like if we put that on Ritual of Battle, that means that when we play a 3 cost thing and we have Ritual of Battle, we also get to play that. Okay, let's remove a card. Let's remove another Train Steward. I mean, are the Train Stewards worse than torches? Yes, because we don't have the space for them. We have so many units. And only 2 of the 4s that we put units on matter. Okay. Heaven Seal. Heaven Seal seems pretty bad with the Clipped Guardians. Especially because everything's going to have haste. The fact that the Clipped Conduit is here is kind of funny. Because everything has haste anyway. So the Clipped Conduit is just a bad unit. I want the Heaven Seal because, you know, I always want to turn on things. Random artifacts are good. But can we defeat a Clipped Guardian reliably at the top? Remember, we only have 1 turn to prepare. One of the times. I think the answer is no, so let's just fight. Okay. We could put this one at the bottom. Or we could put it at the top with the Hornbreaker Prince. I like both options. I think I'm going to put it at the top with the Hornbreaker Prince. So, put it at the top with the Hornbreaker Prince. I want the Rail Beater to be at the bottom. And then we can Hornbreak the Quill Marksman. You're no problem. Put Conduit, whatever. Okay, everything dies at the top. The fact that the Collector is there is actually nice, because that means the Hornbreaker Prince gets a slay. Why is the Hornbreaker Prince not getting multiple slays? Oh, this one actually is dying from Frostbite, right? Yeah, I think it's dying from Frostbite. We could put a Cold Celia at the bottom, or we could play Awoken Railspike or Ritual of Battle. Kind of like the Ritual of Battle on Hornbreaker Prince. Let's do that. And then let's not consume the Awoken Railspike just yet. We have an Ice Tornado that we could play at the bottom. Ooh, you are surviving. You've got a damage shield. Well, we could just torch your damage shield, and I don't think you would survive. Or we could play one of the other things. Let's torch your damage shield. There you go. Now you die. We could put this Titan Sentry at the bottom, and it would do stuff. Let's have it do stuff. And then what if we put a train steward down here too? I don't think so. I think we put the train steward in the center. Have it slowly go away. So there's our Alpha Fiend, which we can't put anywhere because we don't have enough space. We don't have enough space for all the things we want. At the same time, one of the problems is we want too many things. It looks like we should play Ice Tornado this turn. So for that reason, we're going to start with an Offering Token. Offering Token, discard a unit. And then we play an Ice Tornado, which makes the other two spells free. So Ice Tornado at the top. That's good. You are dying. Kind of okay with that. It's eventually going to be okay that you die. And then Ice Tornado at the bottom. We could do Hornbreak first because the Hornbreak is going here. Do we put the Hornbreak here instead? Guess we do the Hornbreak here instead. And the Ice Tornado almost certainly kills the back one. But the front one survives. Okay, you are dying. You're doing 6 damage, which is annoying, but let's do March of Shields on you. We could put the Rail Beater up here. The Rail Beater right in front of the Hornbreaker Prince, so that the Hornbreaker Prince gets the melee weakness. Seems good. And then... Torch. Okay. Rather confident that we win this one. But just in case, what are we doing? We can't afford the Inferno, so we're not doing that. We're playing a Torch right there. We're playing the Consume Torch right here. Should have played Cold Celia. Whoops. I kind of thought we had more Ember. But we did get Ember Drain last turn. Whoops. And then you should be dying. Yep, you are dying. Great. We even get to play Ritual of Battle on our Hornbreaker Prince. Okay, we need to remove a lot of cards from our deck. I think that's the main thing we can do to make our deck better. Remove cards. More March of Shields is something that I want. Tiresome Climb. Oh man, we want Tiresome Climb. We really do want Tiresome Climb. And we want to do it to our own units. We play them in the center and we ascend them up. There is an Offering card. we want the Offering card. We want to stop taking cards as well. But, you know, I generally fail at that, I guess. Removing cards is good. It's better than a random artifact. Let's go to the right. Merchant of Magic has a Keepstone. Oh, a Keepstone is fantastic. We're probably going to take that. This one has an Extreme Stone and the Engage Pact. Both are good. Worried about doing the Engage Pact too much. Extreme Stone. Extreme Stone can go on an Ice Tornado. I kind of want Ritual of Battle to be the one that we play multiple times. Let's think about this. Do we want Ritual of Battle to have holdover? I do want Ritual of Battle to have holdover. Okay, so Keepstone on Ritual of Battle. The one that costs 2. We want Extreme Stone on really anything, but probably the Hornbreak because it already has piercing. And then we could engage Pact. It is a possibility. And we are certainly doing another Surge Stone on a torch. Get rid of the torches. And an Eberge Stone on something that costs 3. Something that costs 3. Maybe the other Ritual of Battle? The other Ritual of Battle. We could put it on the Awoken Railspike, but I don't want to. And then I want to purge another card. Purge a Train Steward. Okay, we've spent the money that I'm going to spend. Let's purge 2 more cards. They are going to be Foregone Powers. Foregone Powers are terrible. And then we move on. Without sacrificing another unit right now. We've got more chances to sacrifice units. Okay, I'm feeling interesting about this one. Oh no, the Silent Marksmen. The Silent Marksmen, some of them have Stealth 2. The Stealth 2 Silent Marksmen are terrible. We definitely can't do Spell Shield 2. Oh no. Silent Marksman with haste. That front one is terrible. Maybe we put a Titan Sentry down here so that it can add enough frostbite to end up killing that one. I think we do. Alright, so a Titan Sentry down here. Hornbreaker Prince at the top with another Titan Sentry in front. And we probably don't want this Mollusk Mage, but if we do, we want to ascend it from the middle. So let's play it in the middle so that we can ascend it. Ooh, we got another one with Stealth 2. We do have a torch that can kill it, though. Hey, the Collector is dying from our Mollusk Mage. Wonderful. Okay, so Cold Celia at the bottom. This is not the best Cold Celia, but it's a good Cold Celia. Let's do that. And let's torch this one. This one's scary. Okay. Oh no, you don't get... You... Oh... I should have killed this one. I didn't realize that the revenge doesn't take effect when you've got damage shield. So we're gonna take 25 damage on our Pyre for that mistake. Oh, that hurts. That was a huge mistake. Okay, well, that did happen. We have to deal with this one too. And you, who are also making it to the top, I'm noticing. Let's start with Offering Token. See what we're gonna do. Oh. Oh. Actually, we don't discard that one, because we actually play that one. I should have played the Offering Token at the bottom. Okay, well... We play this one at the bottom because it takes care of all of those. Most importantly, the 25 attack one. That does mean that we don't get to do anything to you, which is not great, because that's another 12 damage on the fire. But can I afford to let that guy make it to the top floor again? I don't think I can. Okay, well, we play Titan's Tooth down here. If we had done the offering token down here, we would have been much better off. Then we Tiresome Climb you. Do we Tiresome Climb you? Because we could play something else up there right now without having to do Tiresome Climb. No, let's Tiresome Climb you. You'll make this torch deal 22 damage, which means we only get one hit. Ooh, actually, let's calculate this. So, you are doing 10 times 2, which does not kill this one. If we torch this guy for 22, then you kill him with your first hit, which means there is 80 damage coming to this guy, plus the 10. Yes, torching this one kills both. All right, there we go. And that only worked because I ascended the Mollusk Mage. So I want the other Cold Celia down here. Let's do that. And then I want the Ritual of Battle on the Cold Celia we just added down here, because it's ridiculously awesome. And then we want Ice Tornado, because we really need to kill those guys. Great. We killed those guys. Nothing at the top, so we just Hornbreak and Foregone Tower. Okay, we actually cannot put the Demon Fiend here. Sad. We could put the Demon Fiend in the center. Just get rid of it for now. Get rid of you for now. If we draw something to ascend you next turn, it would actually be good. Okay, you are taking a lot of damage. We can increase that somehow. Awoken's Rail Spike. Awoken's Rail Spike is good, but it's not good enough right now. I think we play the Ritual of Battle on something, anything actually. It's very good on Cold Celia. Although you've got Sweep, so maybe it's better on something that has more health. Like the Titan Sentry. Kind of like it on Cold Celia down here, though. What if we do it on Cold Celia? So, Ritual of Battle on Cold Celia. That does more damage. We are going to play Awoken's Rail Spike. It drew a torch. How about that? You know what's nice about drawing that torch? We can play it to kill one of these guys. And then we can Hornbreak the other one. Hornbreaking the other one, I think, doesn't do anything. Because, well, it saves a damage shield. You have Sweep. So you hit destroy damage shields. Then he hits, destroys a damage shield. Then you Sweep. Damage shield on this one gone. This one has 10 health down, 14 health down. Then you take another to get down a little bit more. So I think this one hits one more time if we kill this back one. And I think a Hornbreak is just better on the boss. Okay. Alright. Sower of Sorrow should die. It dies easily. Great. Click and turn and win. I think the Infernos are bad. I kind of regret adding Inferno to the deck. There are some other things that I might regret as well, but Inferno is the thing I regret the most. 25 damage. Ugh, we could have avoided that. Important work. We can sacrifice any unit that we want to gain 1 Ember and draw a card. I don't think that's a good thing. What about Inflame? Inflame is fine, but does it do too little to be worth a card slot? I don't know if it does. I think it's actually worth a card slot, or 2 card slots as it is. And then the Guardian's Amulet is probably what we want because it has Offering. And we are still in a case where I question what we're doing. Alright. Remove cards on the right, as well as a duplicate. Don't mind the duplicate. Merchant of Magic and the Concealed Caverns on the left. Let's go to the right. Got the Forgotten Boons. I clicked the Forgotten Boons and it went right and took the Forgotten Boons. Didn't realize that was a one-click option. Unstable Vortex, we remove 2 cards. 2 Foregone Powers go away. And then Duplicate. Do we duplicate a unit, even though that seems almost silly? We could duplicate any of these spells, including that Ritual of Battle that has Holdover. So we just do a ton of those, or we could do the Tiresome Climb, so we get the Tiresome Climbs more often. I actually like that. Because we have so many units, I do wish the Tiresome Climb was the one that doesn't dazed our unit. But that does mean we could use it against enemy units. Alright, Belle and her allies add Scourge cards. That's annoying. The Ultimate Penance. Ick. Ick. What do we do? We could not play the Ultimate Penance and not play Railbeater and play Titan's Tooth and Inflame, or we could play the Ultimate Penance and the Railbeater. I guess we play the Ultimate Penance and the Railbeater. So Ultimate Penance, Hornbreaker Prince, Railbeater right in front of Hornbreaker Prince, which means Hornbreaker Prince kills things very easily. We are getting a Weight of Contrition because we did that. There's our Weight of Contrition. We just play that. And then this Cold Celia is really nice. I guess we play that at the bottom with a Railbeater in front. We only have one. Alright, we played Cold Celia. We'll get something else to put in front. Guaranteed. We've got plenty in our deck. The Ultimate Penance. We got Titan Sentry to put in front. So let's play the Ultimate Penance again. Because I think we can get out of here without taking damage. I think we can. I'm hoping we can. The Clipped Guardian probably dies to my Hornbreaker Prince. I think. Because there will be melee weakness on him. 2 Clipped Guardians is a bigger problem. Don't like there being 2 Clipped Guardians. So a couple options. We could Titan's Tooth at the bottom, we could Ice Tornado at the bottom. Or we could Mollusk Mage and Alpha Fiend. The Alpha Fiend would go in the center to hopefully get ascended later. This one would go at the top right now. I think we do that. We've got 3 cards that can ascend things. And we've got a 3-cost Ice Tornado, so whenever we play it, we can play other spell cards for free, probably. Another Ultimate Penance. Man, hate those Ultimate Penances. Okay, well, we play the Ultimate Penance again. We don't play the Tiresome Climb because of that. But it still seems fine that we're not doing that. Kind of fine. I guess we play Foregone Power somewhere. We could put it in the center so the Alabaster Guardian dies. I guess we just play Foregone Power at the bottom. I do notice that my Titan Sentry at the bottom is dying, so we'll have to replace him with something. We do have replacements. We don't have the replacements in our hand. We can Offering Token the Guardian's Amulet, which I believe counts for Split Anvil. It does. Great. And then what? And then we Ice Tornado down here, because we need to kill that center one. And then we Torch, and Inflame. The Inflame I'm going to put on the Hornbreaker Prince. And then the Torches... Torches could go on the boss. Get rid of 2 spell shields. The Hoarfrost Effigy would be nice to put on the boss, but we have to have the Frostbite on the boss first, or on other units on that floor first. Like now would be a good time for it. We just don't get to do it now. The Offering Token could get rid of my Ultimate Penance. And I think that the Awoken's Railspike works with a Split Anvil, if I recall correctly. So if we do that, we might be able to play a lot of spells this turn. And other things. Alright, so Offering Token, get rid of Ultimate Penance, play Awoken Railspike. Yes, it made the ones that were already in my hand cost 0, but the other ones that it drew didn't cost 0. Okay, whatever. That does mean that you're going to die, and there's nothing that we can do to save you. Except for Tiresome Climb, which, you know, I don't think that's worth it. So, let's Tiresome Climb you. We've been wanting to do that for a while. Let's Ritual of Battle and Hornbreak. The Hornbreak could hit the boss, and then the Rituals of Battle go on, I guess, my farthest back unit at this point, the Alpha Fiend, even though the Alpha Fiend doesn't get to attack this turn or next turn. Sure. Okay, at the bottom, we don't have any creatures, so we just play Ice Tornadoes. Ice Tornado, Torch, and then at the top we play these. March of Shields, happy to put that on you again, and Ritual of Battle on our back unit. I honestly don't know how we're going to do much of anything in the Last Divinity fight. So, we might just lose the Last Divinity fight, even if we get there. Which I'm sad about, but I still like getting there. Do I want any of these? You know, the Ancient Synergy is pretty good. The Ancient Synergy is pretty good. Let's take it. Take it, I guess? I mean, it's 58 damage, but it's not going to be much more than that. It's just that 58 damage is pretty decent. 58 damage 3 times. Yeah, let's take it. Okay, I think we actually want Fel's Remorse more than a Light of Seraph or Herzl's Compound, which seems crazy. Herzl's Compound is really good, but I think we want Fel's Remorse. There are trinkets on the left. There's Merchant of Steel on the right and a free artifact. You know, Merchant of Steel is really good right now. Let's go to the right. Let's get the Merchant of Steel. So, let's peek in the Divine Temple. There's a True Stone. I like that. And another Extreme Stone. 20 Pyre health. Let's peek in the Merchant of Steel. Immortal Stone. Do we want that on anything? I think the answer is no. We could put it on our best Titan Sentry so that we could play that one over and over again. But it only works if we can fit it on the floor that we're playing it, which I guess it works at the bottom. Huh. We might do that. Let's take our artifact. So Mark of a Champion only works for my champion, right? The champion looks like a unit type. It doesn't mean that all of my units count as champions, does it? I don't know. Light's Gift is pretty good when enemy units have haste, because we're going to be forced to play at the top all the time. So Light's Gift is good, but Mark of the Champion would be pretty interesting if it works with my champion, or with everything in addition to my champion. My champion also has a lot of attack. 39 times 2 at the beginning. Okay, I have to take Mark of a Champion. If nothing else, we've got to learn, does it affect other units? I think the answer is going to be no, but we've got to learn by trying. So Wrathful 2 or Reaper 2. Reaper 2 gets more attack on Slay. Wrathful 2 gets more armor on Slay and more revenge. The revenge doesn't matter that much. I think we want Reaper 2. Also higher attack for Mark of a Champion. Okay, Merchant of Steel. I think we do want Immortal Stone on this one, which is the one that we would put at the bottom. And we probably want a reroll, but let's look at Heartstones next. So a Heartstone on the other Titan Sentry is a possibility. A Heartstone on a Rail Beater or anything really is fine. I think this Titan Sentry is pretty good with a Heartstone. Let's do it. And then a Strength Stone could go on anything, but it's best on our sweep units. So maybe we add it to the Cult Celia that has not been upgraded yet. Okay. Then we reroll. Another attack. Another multi-strike. Alright. We're adding another multi-strike to this Cult Celia, the one right here. And I think we are going to sacrifice something to a Cult Celia. Do we put a Heartstone on anything? Heartstone is good on stuff. Could put another Heartstone on that Titan Sentry. I don't know how much we want that. What about a Fury Stone? Fury Stone on an Alpha Fiend? It only costs 20. Let's do it. And then a Heartstone on that same Alpha Fiend might be the right choice now. Okay. Well, I think we made our chances at the Last Divinity a lot better there. Let's take True Stone. So True Stone on Ancient Synergy is kind of ridiculous, but it's also kind of ridiculous on Ice Tornado. And for that matter, Titan's Tooth. I guess I most like it on Ice Tornado. So let's put it on the cheap Ice Tornado. And then Extreme Stone, I really like on Hornbreak. It's also good on Ancient Synergy because Ancient Synergy does damage 3 times. Hornbreak does damage twice. But the Hornbreak has piercing, which is nice. I think I'm going to do this one on an Ancient Synergy. So one of the Ancient Synergies is pretty good. Alright, and then to the next battle. So again, I feel like we can't take Heaven's Seal. I really want to take the trial because I really want to have the guild marker and lots of money to buy trinkets in the next one. But I don't think we can. So we don't. We just fight. Alright, this one at the bottom is pretty nice. And I guess we put the other one at the top, the one with the Heartstone. So you go at the bottom. You go at the top. We can't really use Tiresome Climb to help us here, so we don't. We just play Hornbreaker Prince and Titan Sentry. I guess we could ascend one of those and apply Dazed to it. The problem with that is then they don't get the Frostbite if we ascend one of those and Dazed it. And I kind of like them getting the Frostbite. If we ascend this one, then the Titan Sentry will kill both of those. And that means that less damage goes to the top one, which I guess is good. Let's do it. We'll ascend you. I don't know how much this is actually going to accomplish, but we're going to ascend you. The main problem is the Gilded Wing. The main problem is usually Gilded Wing. Okay, the Gilded Wing dies. Oh, our champion does so much. By the way, you 15 attack is... I don't know. Alright, when we play this, we're going to see if Mark of a Champion affects it. So we play this one down here. Does Mark of a Champion affect it? Has 16 attack. It got 24 attack. It counts as a champion. Alright. Mark of a Champion is amazing. Awesome. Alright, so now that we know that, let's inflame something. Inflame our champion, maybe? And by champion, I mean this champion. I consider all of my units champions. And then we've got Hornbreaks that do a lot of damage. I'm kind of thinking we use one on the Collector, because 100 gold is a lot. Do we kill one of these? If we kill one of these, then less damage goes on Cold Celia, or we could just hit this Dark Wings pretty hard so that we have a better chance of killing it at the top. My Hornbreaker Prince does 200 damage, so it has no problem. I guess let's Hornbreak one of the Wiltwings. Yeah, I guess so. So, Hornbreak one of the Wiltwings. It does mean that you're going to get armor, but you're going to get that armor anyway, so let's do it. Alright, and that unit that just died gets to come back, which is good. I like the Immortal Stone that we put on that already. The Awoken Rail Spike. Oh, I want to play it, but is this the turn for it? It's probably not. So Titan Sentry at the bottom. That means that you guys all die, he gets hurt, don't care if he gets hurt. I think I want to put my Alpha Fiend in the center, and the Rail Beater at the top, so that we could ascend the Alpha Fiend. The Rail Beater is really good next to our champion. And then Alpha Fiend in the center so we can ascend him sometime. Alright, I like that every one of my units is my champion. Alright, I think we play Titan's Tooth at the bottom with the offering token, because that will save a lot of health. So, play the Titan's Tooth, kill all of those. Alright, we can play another Cold Celia. This is... both Cold Celias are the same, right? I think they are. Did we upgrade them exactly the same? That's surprising. But I think we did. Okay, Tiresome Climb U. Should we put this Cold Celia in the center? Or should we put it at the bottom? I think we put it at the bottom. Because we can put our Titan Sentry in front of it again. Oh, and you die. How about that? Cold Celias kill you. Alright, we've got an Ice Storm and an Ancient Synergy. Alright, let's play our Titan Sentry here first. And then Ancient Synergy. And then we could play the Ice Tornado, but honestly, I don't mind playing the Ice Tornado a future turn and just playing the Titan Sentry again next turn, so let's do that. So, I want to play you here. I want to play the Ritual of Battle on the backmost one. And then we're done. We're done with this turn. So the Inferno actually does more than our units do right now, but I think the Titan's Tooth changes that. Let's start with Offering Token with the Titan's Tooth. That will give us the most possible options. Okay, you're only taking 225. It's better than hitting you with Inferno, though. March of Shield. Ooh, you've got Trample. I don't like the Trample. The Trample is kind of bad, but luckily all of my units have Damage Shield. March of Shields U doesn't do much. Does March of Shields do something more at the bottom? I mean, I guess it does something at the bottom because you don't kill both of these in your first hit. So I guess let's do that. There we go. 451 now. And then Ice Tornado and Torch. Okay. We should be able to kill this boss at the top, but I haven't done the math. I don't know until I see. We kill the boss at the top. Great. Quick end turn, win, and still worry about the Last Divinity fight. Last Divinity fight is still a problem. Imp in a box. Add 2 random imp units to the hand. With Hive Mind, does it add 2 random units to your hand? Because they could be any unit? Or does it still only add imp units? I don't know the answer to that, and I don't know that I want to try to find out either. The Branding Rite. The Branding Rite is pretty good with my Titan Sentries. And it actually is some pretty decent tech in the Last Divinity fight. Oh, actually it's not, because one of my Titan Sentries has a Mollusk Mage on it. Oh, it's the one... It's not too bad. It's the one that has the Immortal Stone. So, if we take Branding Rite, that means in the Last Divinity fight, because our units are going to be at the top, and that's scary because of sweep, we can add armor to the units, as long as they can survive the piercing attack. I don't like it. I don't think we take these. Urchin Spines is probably the best of these, but I don't think that we take these. Skip. I have skipped a card pack for once. We only have 45 cards. If I go left, we get a Merchant of Magic and enough money to buy probably one trinket. If I go to the right, we can duplicate again, and we get a Merchant of Steel. I think we're probably good on Merchant of Steel. We can always add things to more units, because we've gotten so many units. But I think I'd rather do Merchant of Magic anyway. So, let's go left. Forgotten Boons, that's the easy one. Let's peek in all three. So we've got Refracting Lens, which could heal Pyre health in the next battle. We could get Pyrestone Housing, but we can't upgrade our units anymore. Or we could apply Spell Weakness 2 to enemy units when they get to the floor below the Pyre room. It's pretty nice. The Totem Fragment is pretty nice. The Refracting Lens is... it's not terrible because it, you know, in the next battle, the first spell card that we play each turn gets consumed. So Refracting Lens is kind of like healing the Pyre for probably 30 or 35 health, maybe closer to 40. So this is kind of like 40 health on the Pyre, which is very similar to another artifact that I don't value very highly. So probably Totem Fragment is my choice. And I don't see a reason to not take it. Divine Temple has a True Stone. We're probably going to do Engage Pact and not take the Value Stone. Merchant of Magic has Stackstone. Stackstone is really nice on Ritual of Battle, but it does make it cost more. But we could put it on that Ritual of Battle to apply Rage 20. I just realized we could probably use the Tiresome Climb on the Last Divinity to Dazed the Last Divinity. You can't ascend the Last Divinity, but I think you can still target it with Tiresome Climb. So that's cool. We might do that. Alright, so I think I know what we're going to do here. We're going to get the stacks down. So I think we've kind of figured out what we're doing. Let's go to the Unstable Vortex first. Let's remove another Foregone Power, so we've got 0 of those. We could remove a Hoarfrost Effigy, or we could remove a Torch. The Hoarfrost Effigy doesn't do much most of the time, but I'm going to remove Torch because it does almost nothing all of the time. So Merchant of Trinkets, we're getting the Totem Fragment. The Merchant of Magic, we are getting the Stack Stone to double stack our Ritual of Battle. That costs, it's going to cost 3 now. And then Emberstone or Power Stone. Power Stone is pretty good. We could Power Stone that Hornbreak. I like Power Stoning the Hornbreak we haven't upgraded. Let's do it. Then we've spent our money. Next, let's do a True Stone. I do really like that on Ancient Synergy. Do I like it on anything else? I like it on Ice Tornado and Titan's Tooth. If we put it on Titan's Tooth, it kills basically every conduit unit. Even if the conduit unit has a spell shield. That's pretty tempting. That is pretty tempting. I'm going to do that. So we're going to put it on Titan's Tooth. And then, do we take Engage Pact as well? If we do, if we did this, we would sacrifice something. It could be a Mollusk Mage. Could be a Mollusk Mage. It could be a Rail Beater. Rail Beater adding armor 30 is kind of nice. I don't want to sacrifice the Alpha Fiend because the +1 space could be kind of bad for us. Is it better to do this than not? That's the hard part. I don't really know. I think I'm going to not. And just leave. And go into the last two battles. I think we will make it to the Last Divinity, and I think we die in the Last Divinity. But let's find out what happens. I hate the Draining Emblem. I also hate the other things that you have. Okay, we've got a pretty big deck, so the Vengeful Shards aren't nearly as bad as they normally are. That's the positive thing. Should I kill the Light Wings or the Purifier? Both of them are good to kill with the Torch. We've got to play the Hornbreaker Prince at the top, and we've got to play the Titan Sentry. We could play the Titan Sentry at the bottom. It would just... It's not the Titan Sentry that has the Immortal Stone, which is what we actually want at the bottom. But we could play this at the bottom because it's still decent until it dies. Decent until it dies. Is that good enough? I think that's kind of not good enough. Let's add it at the top to protect the Hornbreaker Prince. It also means that we avoid the Ember Drain that we would get from whatever is the second unit that we add here. The Mollusk Mage, I think we put in the center, because we eventually might want it at the top, and we certainly don't want it at the bottom. So Mollusk Mage goes there, and then the question of the Torch again. Do we kill the Purifier or the Light Wings? The Light Wings does 50 damage, but the Purifier adds a trash card on top of my deck. I think we kill the Light Wings. Okay. Well, we got the self-mutilation, which is very unfortunate. Cold Celia. Ooh. We could put this Cold Celia at the top, or we could put the Rail Beater in front of the Hornbreaker Prince, which I also really like. We can't play all of our cards. That's part of the problem. The Cold Celia going at the bottom is also good. The Rail Beater in front of Hornbreaker Prince is really excellent, though. So I think we do that. So that goes there. We could not play the Cold Celia or the Alpha Fiend and just play Hornbreak and Self-Mutilation. I do want to play the Self-Mutilation. And the Hornbreak gets rid of the next Self-Mutilation, which is very important to me. Okay. Okay, how is my Titan Sentry doing at the top? He's got 55 health. That's not too bad. He's doing just fine. I do really like this hand. We play this Titan Sentry at the bottom. That does a lot for us. It doesn't quite kill this Purifier, though, and this Cold Celia is here to solve that problem. And then, do we play Awokened Railspike? Actually, what have we consumed so far? We've consumed a Torch and a Hornbreak. Should not have consumed the Hornbreak. Let's consume the Awoken's Rail Spike, though. Oh, we got Tiresome Climb. Not that we can play it, but I'm kind of happy that it costs one less. Hey, the center actually gets killed off. Alright. We could play an Inferno in the center. It is a possibility. We could play Tiresome Climb. We're going to consume one of these cards as the thing. I think I most want to consume the Guardian's Amulet. So let's consume the Guardian's Amulet at the bottom. Now, do we put a Rail Beater at the bottom? I think we do. I think we put a Rail Beater in front of Cold Celia. Or we could put it in the center so that we could Tiresome Climb it later. Or Tiresome Climb it now. You know? Let's do that. Let's do an Offering Token first, because let's just discard the Inferno. Yeah, let's play the Rail Beater and Tiresome Climb it. Let's start putting units at the top. Okay. Our Titan Sentry at the top is about to die. That's unfortunate. We could stop that if we play Titan's Tooth, which I do want to do because of the boss. I want to get rid of those spell shields. So we could play Titan's Tooth and Inflame. And I do want to play the Titan's Tooth first. Let's do it. Alright. So Titan's Tooth, then we can Inflame so that you survive another turn. It's only one turn, but it is another turn. And then Ice Tornado. Ice Tornado has Piercing, so it doesn't remove Spell Shield. So it's probably better at the bottom. And then we play our... Oh, we should have played this first, because it has the Mollusk Mage on it. Right. Oops. That was a mistake. I don't like how our Hornbreaker Prince is getting close to the front up there, but we can change that because we do have a card that can reorder our units. So Hoarfrost Effigy would double the Frostbite on the boss. Or we could just play the Titan's Tooth. But whatever I'm going to play, I'm going to consume. So let's consume the Hoarfrost Effigy. Consume Hoarfrost Effigy. But we want to do that after Titan's Tooth. We could consume the Offering Token and discard Titan's Tooth. Let's do that. So consume Offering Token, discard Titan's Tooth. Then we play Hoarfrost Effigy on the boss to add tons and tons of Frostbite, 126. And that means that every time we draw Hoarfrost Effigy, it's probably good to play it on the boss. We get to play our Vengeful Shard, we get to Tiresome Climb our Mollusk Mage, which is kind of nice. And we can Torch. If we Torch up here, we can't quite kill... Oh, we can because of the spell weakness. It does technically save a hit on the Rail Beater that's there. So I'm inclined to do it. Alright. One Titan Sentry down, which is unfortunate. So there's Hoarfrost Effigy again that we could play on the boss. And I think we should. It would consume it, but how many more times do we want to do this? I mean, we've only got one wave remaining, so yeah, we can consume it no problem. Consume this to do that. Play the Vengeful Shard. Down here, the Purifier is dying because of Cold Celia. Cold Celia has been excellent. The Ritual of Battle can go on... Technically, we want to put it on the back unit, but I kind of want to bring that back unit forward with March of Shields. So I think I'm going to do it on the Hornbreaker Prince, or the Mollusk Mage. We could do it on the Mollusk Mage. I want to do the Inflame on the Hornbreaker Prince, because it also adds armor. Okay. I think I like where this is going. And having a 43 card deck is very nice for Seraph the Diligent. Seraph the Diligent is much easier to deal with if you have a large deck. So you're taking 28 damage. That's unfortunate. The Branding Rite also does a lot of damage up here. We want to play Ice Tornado. Either place playing Ice Tornado is good. I think playing Ice Tornado at the top is better right now. Although the Offering Token is also good to play. Because we could play the Offering Token to sap Seraph the Diligent this turn, which is kind of nice too. Also, there's the Ritual of Battle. There's a lot of things that we want to do, it turns out. Turns out there's a lot of things. I think that we play Mollusk Mage, Titan Sentry no matter what. So we do that first. Now, which one of our 3-cost spells do we play? Probably the Ritual of Battle. It's gotta be better than most other things. So Ritual of Battle, Rage 20 on this back unit. Rage 20 on the back unit again, or Rage 10 this time. We're going to play the Branding Rite up here on the Light Wings, so that we don't lose as much health up here. Okay. And then at the bottom, we're doing some things. Some things at least. Okay, we are winning. We're winning without doing anything. We could play the Ancient Synergy to also win a lot. Let's play it. We don't get to play this card very often. Great. Now let's win. How did our Hornbreaker Prince get so much armor? I guess he gets armor on Slay, and he actually did slay a lot of things. It's good to know. The armor on Slay is helping him more than it usually does in my runs. Okay, now for the scary one. The Last Divinity. The Last Divinity having sweep at the top is pretty bad for me. But let's see what we can do. What do we draw at the very beginning? That's gonna matter. So Ancient Synergy could kill only the front one down there. There's no reason not to play it, though. I guess we're going to play what we normally play at the top. So, Hornbreaker Prince with a Rail Beater in front. And at least we're doing a lot of damage to the boss, even on the first turn. And then Ancient Synergy down here to kill the front one. And then we could also kill the back one. I think is worth it. And then March of Shields to give you more armor. Even though... yeah, because you're going to get hit a lot. Let's be honest. Things are going to make it to the top floor all the time. We got our Titan Sentry that we want to put in front at the top. That's nice. Hoarfrost Effigy is pretty unimportant. We could tiresome climb. We could try our thing about tiresome climb the boss, see if it works. I don't know if it works. So if we tiresome climb, can we tiresome climb the boss at the top? Yes, dazed too. All right, that's important for me. And then let's get rid of a spell shield, perhaps, on this one because it's the scary one. Our Hornbreaker Prince is gaining armor sometimes. But you know, it's pretty hard to deal with all of the units that are going up. It's pretty hard to deal with all of them. I would love to play Inferno at the bottom, but we really do have to play our Titan Sentry, our Mollusk Mage Titan Sentry. So we don't get to. Even though I really do want to. Yep, we've got to play this. It has an Immortal Stone, so we're going to get it right back. I think this Alpha Fiend at the bottom is a pretty decent thing to put behind it, too. And we're just going to take a little bit of damage from the Clipped Reflector on the Pyre, and the Clipped Shaman. Not much, so we can handle it. Ooh, you guys are gaining a lot, because 2 units are dying. Unfortunate. I think that 4 is the worst for me right now. Because of various things, including the Clipped Conduit, but the 2 Harvest units there are pretty bad for me. Let's see if we have spells to deal with it. We did not really get spells to deal with it. That's not good. Ooh, that's not good. We have to play our Titan Sentry at the bottom again. Let's start there. The Cold Celia at the bottom will make these problems happen a lot less. So let's do that. Oh, we can't fit her. Right. Let's put her in the center so that we could ascend her later. She can also do a little bit to the Last Divinity right now. And then we inflame our champion, and we torch something. So let's think about torching the front one. The torch only does 2. Oh. Well, that's not fun. It does 6 because of the spell weakness. But I think we still have to hit with the Hornbreaker Prince to kill it. Because, let's see here. You're going to do no damage to him. You're going to do 23, and then the melee weakness affects your second one. So 23 plus 46, that's 69. So yeah, a torch doesn't change anything. Does a torch change anything for you? Because right now, you are gaining health. Which means our Pyre is going to have to hit you a lot. This is not good. Do we die? We're going to take 11 from the overcharged tank, and this one's going to hit our Pyre for how much? He's got 212 health. 212 means the Pyre has to hit him how many times? 6 times? I think we're about to die. And I think there's nothing we can do about it. The Frostbite might save me if it happens to do more damage than I'm expecting it to do. Oh man. So we might die. I'm going to torch this one. in hopes that that helps, but with no real knowledge of whether that's going to help. Let's see if we die. Yes, we die. Oh, we don't die. We're at 2. We're at 2. Oh, but those 2 guys are here. Alright, we've got to play the ice tornadoes at the bottom. No question there. Also, we need to do something to kill you. Tiresome Climb probably helps a lot. But the ice tornadoes must be played at the bottom. Oh no, we didn't hit the back ones at all. We do have another ice tornado, but that's terrible. Terrifying. I think before we do this, we've got to do the Tiresome Climb. Tiresome Climb doesn't help because you're dazed. Right. Right. Doesn't help this turn. We could play the Ice Tornado on you up here. It just means that we'd have to deal with both of these next turn. But our Pyre only has 2 health, so we kind of have to deal with the top as soon as we possibly can. So here it is. Do we Tiresome Climb? Do we Tiresome Climb our unit, or do we Tiresome Climb the boss? So that the boss doesn't deal 10 damage or 11 damage to our champion every turn. You know, I don't know the answer to that. I think we Tiresome Climb the boss. And then we inflame our unit. Okay, next turn is a possible turn that will wreck us. Because there are two enemies there that have stealth still. Inferno would kill everything at the top. I think we play Inferno at the bottom. What if we play the Titan Sentry at the top? That will at least save my Hornbreaker Prince. And these guys are dying due to Frostbite. So, save my Hornbreaker Prince. He must be saved. And then everything dies at the top. We're going to take the Vengeful Shard damage, which is terrifying, because that puts us at 1 health. But we've got to do Inferno at the bottom. It kills our Alpha Fiend, but our Alpha Fiend just dies anyway. So, Inferno at the bottom. Okay, and then we survive another turn at 1 health. Oh, our Cold Celia died. That was kind of sad. Okay, what are we doing these days? I mean, the back one is a problem. We can take care of that problem with Hornbreak. The Branding Right is pretty good. Okay, so we play this Titan Sentry. We can play Hoarfrost Effigy, but it doesn't do anything. So we won't play it, I guess? I don't know. Let's play it because it doesn't do anything. Now, Hornbreak and Branding Right. We could Branding Right our Titan Sentry and Hornbreak this back one. You are going to give me Ember Drain, but only Ember Drain 1 because you've got Damage Shield. Okay. Let's Branding Right... Ooh. You are the Mollusk Mage one. Right. Does that change my plan? Still gives you more armor. Then it takes your health away. Okay, and then we Hornbreak the back one because it's the one that's doing the most damage anyway, right? We could avoid the Ember Drain if we do this one. Let's avoid the Ember Drain. Okay, great. The problem is the Steel Slate. The Steel Slate has too much health for me, as it stands. And I don't know how that's going to change. Maybe Ancient Synergy. If we draw Ancient Synergy, I think we might be fine. If we don't draw Ancient Synergy, we might die. We have not yet drawn Ancient Synergy, but we've got 2 offering tokens to find out. Alright, so offering token with Guardian's Amulet at the top. Okay. The Ritual of Battle also solves the problem, I think. Do we play the other offering token, or do we... I guess there's no value to the torch. So it's probably good to play the offering token and get rid of the torch. The torch kills this back one. But so does Hornbreak. Let's do the Ritual of Battle first. Ritual of Battle first. That did not allow you to kill him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. How much more damage do we have to deal to that one? He's got a ridiculous amount of health. We need to play Offering Token. And we drew Ancient Synergy. All right. Amazing. Actually, let's get rid of the Hornbreak so that we can burn the torch. Ancient Synergy. Let's play it. Kill the front one. We could even kill that one. Maybe we should have kept the Hornbreak so we could deal with one of those. We probably should have. Okay, well... we've got to deal with this next floor too, without an Ancient Synergy this time. We have Titan's Tooth, which can deal with things at the top because it has piercing. We don't get to play this Ritual of Battle if we do that. But it still seems like the best idea. So Titan's Tooth takes care of what's happening up there. Probably. You're dying, which is fine because you have Endless. Ritual of Battle we want to play on you every turn. We can play the Branding Rite. What does playing the Branding Rite do? Doesn't do anything good for us, does it? I guess we could give armor to our Hornbreaker Prince. Sure. And then Tiresome Climb, probably the boss again. And then we worry very much about the next turn as well. Alright, we worry about every turn. There's only one wave remaining. But we have 2 trash cards, and we've got far too many units. I think we have to play... we have to play the Weights of Contrition, actually. So we don't have any choices. We have to play the Mollusk Mage. And we win. Alright, we have to play the Weights of Contrition because we're at 1 health. And then we win! I'm winning at 1 health. Oh my gosh. Insane. Insane. That is the most clutch victory that you can have, basically. 1 health. Yes. And we have now won with every clan combination against the Last Divinity. I've earned a divine win with every clan combination, all 30 of them. All right. That's huge. What an intense final battle to finish that goal off. And we have mastered cards So we Divinity mastered these 3 cards. I think we also mastered a card. I think these 2, Guardian's Amulet and Hoarfrost Effigy, were both mastered but not Divinity mastered. So now we've reduced the difference between our mastered and Divinity mastered ones too. Great. Nice. Really filling this out. New personal record, 89 melee weakness applied. That's great. Really helped that all of my... when I picked one of the guys that added melee weakness, I got 2 of them, and both of them had multi-strike. And then largest deck size on victory, beat my past score by 1 card. All right, what an intense run. Oh man, all right, more next time, but I'm very, very excited about this victory. Looking at the top of this screen, I have a divine win with all 30 clan combinations. That has been a long-term goal, finally realized. Feels good. I also Divinity mastered 3 new cards, only one of which was mastered for the first time. My Divinity mastered versus mastered are almost the same now. On the right, I am featuring the Silent Marksmen, because they are particularly dangerous with haste, especially the Shard-enhanced version, which has 2 stealth. Seraph the Diligent finally reaches my 10 kill threshold, the 58th enemy to do so, and there exists only 1 remaining enemy that I haven't registered 10 kills against. On the left, the Hornbreaker Prince was stellar this time, and I feel like that is uncommon. I'm usually not too entranced with the Hornbreaker Prince, but this time he was great. Ice Tornado becomes my 12th card to reach 100 battles, where I stopped counting. It is also the very first non-starter, non-morsel card to reach this height, which means it is my most commonly chosen card. For artifacts, Advanced Prototype and Mark of a Champion are 2 artifacts that were much better in this Expert Challenge than they normally are, since they affect all of my units. Advanced Prototype hitting non-Train Stewards is incredibly powerful. It feels very lucky to find this artifact with the Hive Mind Mutator. I've got more stats in my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.